What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is vlog day. Want to talk about something that's been kind of needing to be talked about. Well, not needing to be necessarily, but I want to voice my opinion. And I have one, and I'm going to voice it, so it's whatever. In recent events on a large-scale magnitude, we've seen what is going on in America. And to be perfectly honest, it's not shocking that this happened. I mean, 2020 was staged with all kinds of rioting and things like that, so what happened on January the 6th is not shocking to me. Because of the events that were around it that were as to why such activity took place has made, in my opinion, the whole of America look like a bunch of fools. Yes, we look foolish. Take your head outside of America and plant it in other places and look in, you would look foolish. The country that is founded upon religious freedoms, freedom of speech, the right to bear arms, the freedom of religion, and so many other things, and the people themselves aren't being heard, like this happen. We saw this when a horrific injustice was done when a man in Minnesota had his neck pressed upon by an officer. Horrendous acts incite violence, incite rioting, incite so many things to take place. Now, no, I'm not measuring the two. I am just saying that things take place that there's a cause and effect, essentially, is what I'm saying. One thing happens and it causes a reaction, essentially. Figurehead of the movement, which happens to be that the highest political point of America, rallied his people around him to support him, and some of them went rogue. We've seen that go on in religions where they surround a figurehead and then some of them go off and do a rogue act or behavior, like the Westboro Church, the jihadist movement of the radical Islamic people, and different things like that. They'll have an idea, or they'll have an idealism, and then they will distort it and they will run with it. And then the figurehead is thus to blame. Just like how the officer who is to blame for doing such a horrendous act towards Mr. Floyd in Minnesota is now going to stand trial alone for his behavior. He needs to answer for what he did. But aside from all that, the actions of the mass majority of the people on January the 6th in the Capitol have made Americans look foolish. And that, as an American, is disheartening. We will be viewed as a weakened society, as a society of rebels. Of course, we've probably been viewed like that by the British anyway, because this all goes back with them, like to the Tea Party days, where no taxation without representation and things like that, where Boston Tea Party happened and things like that. So all these things is that same energy of the past that's coming back around again, because you know what happened? We didn't fully learn from the past, and so those cycles are going to come back up to teach the people to learn and then grow. Now that's America's standpoint. We've got to learn as a nation and grow. That's just point blank period what's got to happen at this point to turn our image around and get this country steered back in the right direction that it needs to be going. So with every reaction, there is an equal yet opposite reaction. Energy goes out, energy has to cycle around, and it's going to come back. That's what happened on January the 6th. And you can still feel it now until the inauguration day happens. All that energy is just looming above us in the atmosphere, creating tension, is creating domesticated tension between people with differing views. It's creating tension in the workplace for some. It's creating tension on social media because social media platforms are being taken down, and thus they're being blamed for taking away people's right to free speech and things like that on a grand scale, because they've done it from smaller people to larger people, that they are muting those sources. So the energy has to have somewhere to go, and it's only gonna culminate again by the time the inauguration day happens, I hate to say. And the next day, God help us all, because it's going to be a major shift on the 21st of January. And I don't know what's going to happen. I just know that ever since I was told that date on December the 10th, and another date that came to pass that I'm not going to go into, that I've talked about it with my leader, and she told me that I need to pray about these dates, so I'm going to pray about these dates, and that one is one of them, the January 21st. So we got to pray for this country, we need to pray for this nation, but we also do not need to go down without a lack of knowledge, because without knowledge we are destroyed, and we need to be in the know. So stay informed, stay in tune, listen to multiple news sources, because everybody has their own view, and they're also going to come from the lens of their own political views, their own moral views. So listen to all of them, and then find that thread that's a common thread between all of them, and stick with that. That is what I wanted to talk about today, to be in prayer for this country, because the coming days are going to be insane. That's all I've got to say right now. So that is all I want to talk about today. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and be sure to stay tuned for more of my content. Y'all have an amazing one, and stay safe. Bye-bye.